Roig Rage, oh. Roig Rage, oh. Weep. All it took was one friend of mine to hit me up and be like, hey, where's the next episode? Why are you slacking? Hiatus over.
I swear, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
So immediately I was like, attention, let me plug in a plug and make things amplified and so I can do a thing to get more attention again. No, it hasn't been me. Has it been me? Things have just been taking a little longer than I thought they would. I've been doing pre-production,
Have you?
quote unquote pre-production work on the project that I went off into hiatus land
The project.
for. I've just been kind of writing up the questionnaires and
Why does it sound like you're eating?
and sort of laying out my narrative,
I saw you. You don't have food.
seeing where things could come in, where,
What is it that you know?
that kind of stuff.
You didn't say anything. What that you think you know?
So that's what I've been able to do with that. And I've talked with some people, or I've spoken with. I don't like talk to. Why don't I like talk to?
Clearly, you're weird.
I like spoken with.
Yes, you do.
I spoke with this gentleman.
Gentleman of leisure.
I spoke with a number of people who are willing to go on record for me for this. So that's cool. I like that.
Well done, sir. Bravo.
I need that. I need it. So it's not like anything's been done in vain.
Gotta start dotting the T's and crossing the I's, you know.
It was weird kind of not doing one of these for a while.
I know, right?
I did have, I had some ideas to do like in the interim, between between the hiatus episode and the project that I want to broadcast.
Oh, the project, yes.
So maybe I might do them. I don't know. Maybe I can. It's just these things take I don't know. You may not gather from what it sounds like that it takes a lot of time, but to sort of mine these things and start shooting from the hip anything I can where it feels right, it takes a long time. There's some trial and error. Thankfully, it doesn't take any more time than it does to do what I've been doing these past few episodes from a production standpoint,
No, don't breathe. It's the monster. Don't breathe, Nick. Breathe this in. No.
So I don't want to do one of these and then to complete one of these I have to take that time, and that's taking time away from what I could be maybe doing to finish some other thing.
I'm no good at math.
And I had this other thing that I need to finish,
Like a thought, maybe, for once?
something literary,
Oh, isn't that special?
and which could be a door opening. Don't know yet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say adorable.
That has not been completed, but I did hit a milestone as far as the amount of output that I created for this
Would you please finish this sentence once?
thing-a-thing,
There it is.
literary thing-a-thing.
And there's the revision.
And I'm almost done. I'm like 2/3 of the way done, I think.
Unless you have to revise it.
I might have to beef some things up
There it is.
in further drafts, whatever. But
Yep.
it'll be a pretty tight.
Will it?
In the business, we call it a tight flip. Let's see.
A tight flip.
Of the page, yes. So, we're doing it.
He's kidnapped. He's returned.
I kind of got, I got a little sidetracked by just lifey things happening.
Did you?
Lifey things always tend to find their way, but I was kind of in a nice current of really cool things happening, and a friend that I hadn't spoken with in over I don't know how long.
Centuries. Many times around the sun.
15 years at least, maybe
Many moons ago.
or so, and we were really, 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 really tight.
How many reallys is that?
He surprised me
A lot.
and came back into my life and conspired with my wife to surprise me. And I'm not going to name drop because that ain't proper. Maybe I'll post a picture or something at some point, or hell, maybe I'll do a little something about my time with this gentleman and what I got to do with him and all the things that transpired between then and now. And it's really cool that we had a not so great ending,
Oh, they have a great.
or not so great falling out.
Oh, those.
It wasn't an ending, it was just a falling out that kept falling for years. So it's great that he gave me a different ending,
A gentler one.
you know, because I always felt bad. Because we were really good friends.
Really.
You better feel fucking bad when they go away with the good ones. So I got a new ending, a new beginning. Hey, a new beginning. You know, if you want. But so that was really awesome. What you know? What maybe we can do this. What is this thing? Roig Rage Podcast at gmail.com. Roig Rage Podcast at gmail.com. You hit me up there and ask me who was the celebrity. I don't know if he'd call himself one. A figure, a mythic figure of South Floridian proportions. I'll tell you who he is if you hit me up.
As long as his lawyers don't.
Yeah, that's a good one. What else I got? What else I got? I should really just throw the shout out to my boy Bebo. He's really the one. He hit me up in my IG DM. In my IG DM? Oh, wow. Speaking more letters than words, my friend. But he hit me up. He was like, dude, when's it coming out? When's the next one?
Speaking more letters than words.
So this is the next one. I'm doing it for you, Bebo.
Doing it.
And
Can we get more breathing?
you have wielded your sword, and I shall meet you on the battlefield of.
He doesn't have an answer.
Bebo, by the way, is the. Yeah, I totally bailed. You see me? Bailed out of whatever the hell I was going to be saying there. Bebo is the winemaker of the label Identity Wine. So please, if you are on the wino side of things, or if you have any friends who wine on as well, I urge you to take a look, take a gander, peek-a-boo a bottle of Identity Wine. It's just fucking gorgeous what the hell he's doing. And what these vineyard, what would they be? Composers, these wine vineyardians out there in the California region have given this kid a hell of an opportunity that he's been busting his ass for forever. And now he has his own wine.
Son of a bitch!
How few people can fucking say that?
Oh.
And the dopest fucking labels in the biz. It's not any of this.
There's flash in the pan.
It's not. It's not something that's meant to like
Change my pan.
attract you or whatever. And the labels more the taste than the actual wine is.
Am I speaking out of school?
You look at a label from this guy, and it's taste all the way through, from the dry paper part straight through the glass and into the fucking grape. So, Identity Wine, hit him up. Tell him Roig Rage sent you.
There is no discount.
Who else haven't I gotten permission to talk about? Guys, really, as far as we can do a little mental health check right quick. Okay. My meds are good. My therapy's been good. Have there been trying times? Yes. Are there waves of different moods or whatever that kind of crash into you without warning? Sure, sure.
He said sure.
Few and far between, though. I'm really kind of excited about things. I really hope that I outlive my father. So I'd like to have the next at least 30 something years to really be super cool about all your places in the world and my own. I'd like to live a good amount of peace for a good amount of time. And I hope that's that kind of thing you can attain anymore. But I'm very fortunate. Like, if I have a problem with anybody, that's on me. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful because I can just I could do that myself. That's something that's in my control. It's pretty fucking cool. All simple concepts, very difficult fucking applications.
Apology tour.
From me. And anybody that has a problem with me, then, I fucked up. I fucked something up. Must have. Like, you can still have a problem with me and still be a dick, so that's nothing I can solve. But I can solve the fact that I've tried my best to make amends with anybody that I could, and those who continue to...
It's so much breathing.
exclude me from any reindeer games.
Ching-diddly-ling.
I will try my best not to live in resentment, because sometimes these things affect business, and I really just want to work, and it sucks that I believe I've created some energies that have pushed the wills of others to exclude me from things, and I'm just really disappointed that I just can't work more. That I just can't do the work. You don't have to like me. Can I do that voice I can do for you? Because it's really good for that role there. It's okay. I don't have to work in every studio, and I don't have to work for every director. It's more than fine. Wow, I just decided to say some things. That's the fucking truth. But anything for me has ended for them in either a hug or an apology or an inquiry or whatever the case. But I think everything's cool.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, really. Law of averages. You're not going to please everyone. You are going to fuck up, and you are going to pay for shit. And there is karma, and I don't know necessarily if karma is an actual like element, like fire or wind. But I remember this friend who surprised me. I remember so much. It's probably embarrassing what I do remember of our friendship to what he may not. But I remember him saying that karma exists between people. It's a people thing. And he was just kind of wiser than me there, and I'm just going like, yeah, no, I know that's fucking smart as shit to say, and it's a grounding thing, and it takes this ethereal concept and brings it down to earth. And I'm saying now, 20 years later, after maybe hearing that, going like, yeah.
There may be something to that. We are each other's karma. It's in our hearts.
You really do make your bed. You really do. But if you're going to be making a bed, which we fucking all are, it should be a cozy as fuck bed with a lot of pillows, a lot of fucking,
Lattice work?
a lot of, what do they say, location,
No.
you know,
Real estate.
or whatever.
Real estate, man.
Because why suffer? Why suffer? I also got really fucking sick.
Gross.
Fortunately, work dried up and I had some time to rest up. Speaking of something that's completely
Off topic.
that completely has nothing to do with this.
Off topic.
I had another friend come into town, a boy,
Yeah.
who I've stayed that we've stayed together. We stayed together. We were known as the Doublemint twins for crying out loud in high school.
Yep.
It was fucking-tastic seeing him, and he stayed the night, and
Had a little show and tell.
I mean, I don't laugh as hard. I don't think as hard. I don't, like.
With anybody else.
But also that the shared appreciations that he and I have, where we could be watching the same thing, and we notice the exact same thing. We wouldn't have had to have even seen it before, and we'll both just giggle our fucking tits away. That we could watch something for the first time together, and we will both always laugh at the exact same fucking things. And it's not the things that maybe a normal movie-going audience would laugh at, but we just see an actor do something that we know is a little off, a little choice, or just the way the read's a little off, or the way the read is on fucking point. And then I realized, like, oh man, I kind of came into a business that this is what it's all about. It's all about getting good reads. That's the whole thing, being in a booth.
At least that's what I think.
And it's getting those good reads when you can,
Reads.
weather permitting, and by weather I mean time and money.
Oh.
Because that's our atmosphere in DC industry.
There's some of my industry that don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm not even sure if I've even really talked about all of what I do and everything, but maybe I have. I know I talk in some general terms, but what can you do? But it was fantastic. It's fantastic to link up with someone live, and you're really experiencing the same thing in a room full of the same cells that you're both, cooking with. Yeah, I'm looking for the cool words with the cool cats and the groovy, cool rhythms to lay them out. I shouldn't be happy. There's bullshit happening right now on every front, and it's fucking annoying, and I'm sure I'm 90% the problem.
Start it out.
Or I'm sure there's people that would think I'd be 100% the problem. I'm still happy. I kind of don't give a fuck, because I don't give a fuck that I am happy, because I could just be sitting on my couch and an embolism just pops right in my fucking head, and my wife catches me like eyes open watching whatever 90s wrestling show, and she might for a second not think that I have expired. This got dark. It got dark. It got dark with the tits thing.
Tits away.
It got dark here now. But I mean, it's Roig Rage. You gotta expect a little fucking edge. I don't know how many. I can tell you something else. I have this dope vintage fucking chair. It's dope, right?
Yes, you said it twice in a row.
But it may be the squeakiest thing on the face of the earth. I can just get near it, and it starts whining. And, I sit on it, and it'll give me a fucking melody or two before I settle in.
Like some bagpipes.
But I had somebody tell me that my recordings that I was sending in, they were like, you have a squeaky chair. You should, oil that or something or whatever. But I wasn't fucking up any of the takes, because that's like my Zen thing, man. It's become my Zen thing. It's become my thing where, like, whenever I have to start delivering the performance, I can maybe chase something for a little while, chase some dialogue for a while before I have to like cut. Like it's my thing to be kind of balanced on this chair so you won't hear it. So even when I have to yell something or be really quiet, I can't make that chair squeak. And I've tried to oil it, and it's the chair that can't be oiled. And I don't refuse. I don't have any fucking money to get one of those dope ones. It kind of looks shitty in my room here if I did get one of those cool ones. Because this thing is so dope, man. You know? It looks like, if any of you remember Michael Jackson's Captain EO at the Who? At Epcot. This is late 80s, early 90s. There's a character that plays something, or I forget, it plays an instrument. I think it plays the keyboard or whatever, and it's got a long nose, whatever, but it's the specific green color or whatever. That's exactly what this chair is without the long nose thing. How could I ever betray this chair by getting another? I just don't think I can. I mean, it's put together with those nails, with thumbtack kind of nails, but the hardcore ones that were. I always think of like pirate ships, that had that or whatever. So I was just like, it's too cool. I'm just gonna fucking keep it. Not a really great story. Well, it was an okay story, not a great ending. There was no landing to it. I don't even know. Sort of drifted off. My eyes just sort of drifted off across the floor, and I was getting into just. I got we got some fuck shit going on, but I want to be happy about it because I'm tired of being anything else but happy.
Did I really just fucking say that?
I don't mean happy like a. Like just like. Either one of those. Like I'm not talking about those kind of happies. Or that kind of happiness. But just like the gratitude happiness. No, it's not the gratitude, because gratitude is so fucking heavy.
Gratitude.
It is. You can do it, but it's a heavy list. I mean, it's a heavy like chore to go through it, because you know these things, but they're slippery. It's slippery. It's a slippery slope. Those hopes. So yeah, I just kind of want to be. Oh, man, how hard have I been breathing this whole time? Oh, I don't believe it. I just want to be happy. However which that way goes. And I want the people around me to be happy, the very best they can be. And I can only do so much on that tip, but always just check in.
You can't save anyone.
And go like, hey, that's a stupid thing you're doing right now, bro, but I love you. As I would hope that they would say to me. So I would say in this first quarter of the year, works at about 50%. Creative output is at 80%. I'm still, this record, this reissue that I've been working on, this record, it's just been taking forever. I've been chipping away, and I have quit several fucking times. But then I get somewhere newer, or somewhere closer to what it was I actually wanted a song to sound like, to be like, whatever, that I didn't have that first time around. So remember, y'all, this is a reissue. So that's been a different thing. I've never done that before. And usually it's a recipe for disaster when you revisit older material. But a lot of this stuff was just kind of half finished. So I've attacked it with that spirit, going, it just wasn't finished. You just popped it out, and dude, I mean, it's taken me like a month just to clean up these sessions and all the bleed and all the disgustingness that was just everywhere. I mean, when you listen back to what the original records sound like to what this record's going to sound like, I mean, I really hope that the original record maintains a certain vibe, that we were going that is what that that took on. That some of those recordings of those songs are really really in keeping with the spirit of the song. But I've tried to like strip that all away and really really even to the point where sometimes what might have had bass or guitar or I'm sorry, bass or drums doesn't have it.
What?
And then I remove the bass and the drums, and suddenly the song sounds a little slower and takes on a different thing. It's like, oh, the bass and the drums are kind of pushing it along, but they might have been like a step too forward, because now this takes on a different dip to it. It's not so kappa tappa 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 tappa. It's more ill. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that. I don't like that sound for that anyway. But just more of a, instead of being like on the speedboat, or what is it? What are those boats called in the Keys? What are those things called? The airboats? Instead of being on an airboat, you're just sitting on the edge of the bay, just sticking your feet in the water. Like I needed that, like that is what was revealed, was that sort of deal. It was like a guy going fishing instead of barreling down the Everglades in a airboat and
Are we still talking about music?
the way it sounded before. So it's cool. I think I like it. I think it'll expose the best and the worst of me. That's not the worst. Really? Really, Trev? Really? Fuck out of there. It's bullshit. It's really gonna be the best. Some of the best work I've done. Because I'm getting older, and I'm hitting my right there before everything starts getting weirder again.
Like in your 50s.
To all my detractors, I would just like to apologize for nothing. I got nothing. I don't need to apologize to shit to anybody.
To fuck all no one.
I apologize to everybody for anything I've ever done that may have caused any bullshit. Really, I'm kind of waiting on some fucking shit. That's something, you know what I'm saying? Tell me a little something, but that's not what we're in this for. We're in this for cleaning our own side of the street. And that's what I have done. And, do we learn any lessons this time around here? I don't know. It's just something I'm just kind of catching y'all up on, and then kind of scurry off. Steve Scurry. Yeah. So, it's kind of where things are at. So, hope to pay the rent. Hey. Not rent. Mortgage. Adults. Thank fucking God, man, the way the market is. Shit. But you wouldn't want my loan. You would not want my loan. Moses Malone. Damn, I got Steve Curry and Moses Malone in there. Y'all didn't even know Travis knew NBA. Come on. I was a Knicks fan for like 10 fucking years. Back in the good days. Back in the Ewing days. Back in the Spreewell days, man. Allen Houston, John Starks, these people. Anthony Mason. Ooh. Oh, wow. Those were the days. That's when I used to play ball. God. I used to play ball. You know what we used to do? A friend of mine had a hoop outside of his house. We would go over to the gas station, which was like just a block away. We would all get 2 liters of Pepsi. Then we would go back to his house. We'd all crack them open. And basically we would stop playing basketball until when the 2 liters were done. Yeah. Yeah, we would drink whole 2 liters and just play fucking basketball for like 6 hours. Some of the most fun fucking times. Man. And at that point in my life, I could have probably played some ball. But I did fuck up my knees during soccer. Yeah, Travis played soccer too. What? Yeah, you don't consider me a jock now, do you? Do you? You see me as some crazed individual fluctuates in weight and economic status.
I thought it was funny.
I'm having a little fun here. I love my friend Bebel for letting me do another Roig Rage real quick. See how fucking easy I am? Just goes, hey man, you should fucking, let's go. Oh, get up, mics, cameras, do it, go to get. And we're on. It took that fast to get my fucking attention-seeking horroring. Anyone that doesn't want to be in the Travis business are potentially spies in this country needs to root them out and bring them to trial. And I will have my day in court. I, Travis Aurelius, husband to a comedian wife, father to a son never born, I will gauge my vengeance in this life or the next. Or something. I missed a line. That good line that sets those last two. But hey, listen, I'm not going to talk about any movies because then it gets weird. But I did watch The Whale. And I haven't cried that much. And I'm on, was it lithium, Seroquel? I'm on things that certainly repress those kinds of feelings. And I mean, in the first 15 minutes, I was crying up, and I told my friend, there's a lot of movies out there, but there aren't a lot of films. And I know that sounds snobby and pretentious as fuck. It just felt filmy, and Fraser's devastating. He's give him the next 10 years worth of those awards. That's really something else. It's just a moving picture, a moving picture altogether. But there's been a few striking ones. There have. But there's just so much. There's so much that gets in the way that it's like, wait a minute, this is a series. This is just a standalone. Was this an episode? Was this a movie? If it was this documentary, and then it was a series, and it's just content. It's the content monster that it just keeps eating down and feeding. It just opens its fucking mouth, and just the streaming signal just pours into it, and it's like Jim Carrey playing the Riddler in Batman Forever when he's just sitting on top of that throne and he has that thing on his head that's attracting all the mind waves from people all across Gotham, and he's just like, that is the content monster just drowning themselves. I'm down for a little return to a time where I used to get in my car and go out there, and I would walk the halls of Blockbuster for an hour or two. I'd have to kind of make friends with kind of people, or and those who are working there just go, no, I'm just cool. I'm just fucking weird like this, and I just like to walk and see them all and take it out and see the cover and see, what studio is it from, what date was it made, and it was made at this date, but it was distributed here, and all that stuff. None of that stuff exists today. It'd be cool to go back a little. I don't know if we'd be opening more places for people to walk in and start shooting up, which is pretty much the reason why I will never want to leave my humble abode ever the fuck again, because there's just really no telling. It's funky out there. It's funky out there. It's funky out there on every single front. Funky out there. I'm very lucky that A,
Warning.
I have the wife that I do, B, that I have the friends that I have, C,
Warning.
that I have the
Warning.
coworkers that I have.
Warning. Gratitude list.
Pretty damn fucking lucky. I'm gonna try my damnedest to stay the fuck inside of whatever this is. I don't if it's the dubbing shit, the literary shit, the podcast, whatever it is. Just gotta stay in here. I'm not meant for anything else outside of this place. I don't know how many people can say that, but I'm really a fucking particular creature, and there's only so many atmospheres that can handle my life form.
Ah, well done.
And being in something that makes money off of your art, well, that fucking works for me. I want to tell you, I got a nice thick glass
Ooh, that sounded nasty.
with 3 ice cubes in it and a little bit of Coca-Cola. Okay. And I got a really thick glass
Oh, boy.
of marijuana that I'm about to smoke with it. So picture me rolling when I end this podcast, and just put in your mind's eye
That plane that's about to crash into my bedroom.
the smile, the elation that I'll have from not only the
Plane that's about to crash into my bedroom.
Coca-Cola,
Ah, right.
from not only the
Plane.
marijuana,
Ah, right.
but from the satisfaction of having given you a podcast when I said I wasn't gonna, until I had the thing that I'm working on done. But here's one. I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what to call this one.
That's quite a dilemma.
I might have to hyphenate something. I've been trying to only use singular words. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've tried to use it. And I didn't use it for one episode called Body Image. Which is weird. Because I should have just said body or image.
Image.
But I went body image. I think it was breaking form or whatever.
I thought you meant the show.
And going, when I want to, I could use 2 words. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but think of me still. I'm sitting on my couch with a Coca-Cola in one hand, a nice fat ball packed in the left hand.
Well, that's a little randomly too specific.
And we will meet again. Thank you for listening. Roig Rage, oh. Roig Rage.